What's up, everybody? I am Asia Branch. I am the founder of the America First AI Creative Studio or America First AI Network, working name and title. But here's the facts. I used to be on Substack, and then I hopped off Substack for one reason only. Not really a newsletter person. And I know how crazy that sounds because Substack really is a place for newsletters, but the reason why I'm here, it isn't because my writing is op-eds or anything like that. I am mostly a fiction writer. I like to write short stories. I like to write mini plays, teleplays just for fun. And as someone who's been doing podcasting on and off since 2017, never really having grown a brand or a business in media, I have been struggling with what to do in the digital space, especially now that AI has become such a huge part of content across the board, across all platforms, whether you're looking at LinkedIn or Substack, even Facebook, Twitter, and all that jazz. Now, yes, this business is called America First AI, and so I am someone who leverages AI in a very creative way, and it really makes me feel like I can pretty much compete, not necessarily with Hollywood per se, but with some of these so-called faceless YouTube channels that pretty much produce the same thing because no one has any individuality. There's like 1,000 channels that create these short videos of of Bible stories and stuff like that, and that just isn't me. There's no creativity in it. There's no individuality in it. Now, when I started doing podcasting years ago, I did it because there weren't that many people that were actually who shared my values, who had my opinion as a Black, Hispanic, Christian conservative. There wasn't that many. There was literally only like who Candace Owens. Um, and so I thought it was important that people see that. I got tired of talking about politics though, because again, I am someone I'm a fiction writer. It's who I am. It's what I do. I have fun doing it. I enjoy it. And that brings me to the second reason why I started podcasting. Right? I did it because I wanted to earn money doing content, doing a podcast, earn money from it and create movies, television shows, eventually create get stage plays produced, musicals produced. But for conservatives, for Christians, for people who like content like for I like movies and I like television shows, I like plays, I like musicals. I enjoy that stuff, but there wasn't enough of that with our values and it was getting on my nerves. And I just thought if I became a podcaster, if I built a thing up, some media brand with my family or with friends or whatever, that I would earn enough to produce that stuff. But it became such a hustle culture and everybody was talking about politics. I could not stand complaining about the Biden administration and trying to keep up the amount of time you have to be there. Like you have to show up often. And when you're already working a 40-hour a week job, who the hell wants to try and build a YouTube channel trying to get views and then eventually revenue? And when your product is content, not something physical, it doesn't sell services, like that's it. And so I fell off the podcasting thing. Now I still do podcasts. Don't get me wrong. I still have my podcast. And now that I kind of know, I know who I am. I mean, let's call us baby people. I'm 30, right? I am 30 years old. I know who I am. It's what I do. I am a writer. I am a fiction writer, and I am someone who now produces short clips, short episodes, I should say, based on, well, whatever I decide, really, right? So my own stuff or other stuff, and I'll explain that a little bit further on in the episode. But I do podcasts because I enjoy it. I like podcasting. I like being in front of the camera. I like telling my opinion. But again, I didn't want to be so political all the time. So even if you head over to YouTube Music, go to the podcast section and type in America First AI podcast, you will see that I have a couple of episodes already listed there. If you head over to the YouTube channel, again, I have a couple of episodes there, even some short clips where I used AI to create a debate companion where I debated AI on some of the topics that I discussed in those podcast episodes. But again, a hustle culture on YouTube. And if the goal for me is to have this studio, this streaming network, whether it be on Rumble, YouTube, here on Substack, then I have to lean into the creative side. I can't just spend all my time doing podcasts and trying to keep up with the Joneses and trying to do all of that stuff. I already work a 40-hour work week job. I have to have clarity. And the clarity that I have is lean into your fiction writing. Lean into the producing of narratives. And the reason why I think that's so important now more than ever, maybe not so much almost a decade ago, when you think about 2000, almost a decade ago, I think 10 years ago, we needed like a lot more. I mean, no lie. New media was feeling like baby boomers, right? The war ended and people started having World War II. People's generation were having a bunch of babies, and then boom, the boomers. New media feels like the boomer generation. We were so sick and tired of legacy media that we needed a robust market and competitors. And so the rise of Blaze, more popular than it was before. Daily Wire, when I supported it, because I don't anymore. Seeing Megyn Kelly and people like Trish Reagan creating their own media companies. Trish Reagan is probably my favorite because it's not like she created this huge media company the way Megyn Kelly did. She has her own podcast, and then she built an actual business that literally provides financial advice to her subscribers. You pay a couple of dollars to get a whole list of things. Honestly, with AI, she may have to adjust her business model. But anyways, you guys catch my drift. We needed more competitors. Now there's enough of them. There's way too much content, way too much content. There's way too much political commentary and not enough in fiction. We need to have more fiction narratives. We need more of that. The left didn't just ruin America with the news. They didn't. They did it with news. They did it with entertainment. They did it with education. But conservatives for decades bowed out of that space. And this is where my strengths are in fiction writing, sci fi, political dramas, whatever. I am good at it. Like, I'm really good at it. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I'm really impressed with the stuff that I have. And with AI, I never have to pay anybody else to edit my stuff ever again. I can literally just run it to market, see what the audience thinks. If you like it, you like it. I'll keep it going. If you don't, depending on what it is, I'll stop making it. Now, low life, you head over to my YouTube channel, you're going to see I created like these music videos. I leveraged this technology to create songs, music videos. I edit it myself. I'm not a songwriter. So, of course, I used AI to write the song. But I am a huge fan of musical theater. So I know what I want to hear. I know how a song should be written to some degree. Because some people use AI to write songs and they don't know what the heck they're doing. It's like, did you listen to good music ever before? Do you have good taste in music at all? Because honestly, as someone who's not a songwriter, even I was able to get some of these tools to produce something that I would like to hear on Broadway, sung by Donna Murphy. Like, it's coming out that good because, again, I'm such a fan of this stuff that this is what I want to see. So I'm creating music videos, cartoon podcasts, and then the day came. Video generation for my cartoons where it's not podcast characters talking to each other and there's just these still images. No, I can generate scenes. I can have my characters in environments. They could literally be in the middle of the story. They're not reflecting on a memory. They're not talking about some fake thing that happened. No, they are actually in it. And it takes a lot of work. Most people think, oh, just throw an idea into InVideo, have it generate, spend all this money on InVideo. No, I actually put in the work. I put in the time. It takes me 2.5 hours to generate a 90-second to 2-minute clip. 2.5 hours to do that. That's why these episodes are only 1 minute and 38 seconds, the pilot anyway. Head over to the America First AI Substack and you will see the very first episode of the Disavow Gala. And I will tell you how I came up with that because I'm one of those people that if I'm not seeing it in real life, I need to throw it in a narrative. Full stop. I got sick and tired of seeing people like Ben Shapiro trying to emotionally blackmail people, and I watched the tour. I watched the whole tour that Megyn Kelly just did, and she had Ben Shapiro on, and we all saw it. We all saw him tell a whole lie to Megyn Kelly's face. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say I agree nor disagree with Candace, because to be quite honest with you, I believe if the United States government, which I do believe had something to do with the murdering and assassination of JFK, then I won't be surprised to find out that a large organization like TPUSA had something to do with Charlie's assassination. I won't be surprised. I'm not sure if I believe that they played a role in it, but I can believe that they weren't thinking prevention, because there was a shift happening. And I mean, it was obvious. Let's call a spade. Charlie was definitely moving away from Israel because, like most of us millennials, we're over everything in the Middle East. We're at the point of we're so America first, we're America only. And the way that Ben tried to humiliate Megyn and force her to disavow Candace and Tucker, it infuriated me. And yes, she did say he lied the next day. She said it. I was like, um, yeah, I'm kind of shocked she didn't just flat out say he lied. She should have said that. I mean, personally, I would have said that. But, Ben's her friend. So she's not going to flat out say, yeah, no, he lied to my audience that day. She would have said that about anybody. If it was Jake Tapper and he flat out lied the next day, someone asked her, do you have time to fact check that? And what say you? She would have been like, yeah, he flat out lied to my audience. I wasn't sure when he said it. Then later had my staff fact check it. And now I know that what he said was a flat out lie. Dang well she would have done that. That's not what she did, because Ben is her friend. And that's the theme of this miniseries. I literally took the transcript from a 10-minute clip. I didn't take the whole 2 hour and change transcript from the day she had been on. That would have just been ridiculous. But she posted like a 10-minute clip, right? She does clip the tours after she airs them live on YouTube. And so she clipped them. I took the 10-minute clip. I took the transcript right from YouTube. I uploaded it into a particular AI. I'm not going to go over the tech stack because I literally tried different types of large language models to see which one would be better paid wise. Which one should I use for best descriptions, best prompting for other tools for image and video generation and stuff like that. I'll go over tech stack in another episode. But again, that's a conversation later. And so I had it analyze the entire transcript, and I told it what my intention was: to take the transcript, to create characters inspired by Megyn Kelly and Ben Shapiro. And I will be tagging Megyn. I heard that Megyn Kelly is on Substack. When this video gets posted, she will be tagged in it. When I posted the short to my notes, when I posted this episode to my notes, not this video episode, I mean the episode of the Disavowed Gala, when I posted it, I tagged her in it. I know she's on Substack. I hope she watches and I hope she enjoys it. I really hope she does, and she doesn't feel like I stole her intellectual property. That's not my intent, because I did remix it, you know, because I'm not getting what I want to be seeing from her in real life. And I understand it. I'm not trying to force her to do anything or believe or angry with her for not disavowing Ben Shapiro, or even saying hard, flat out to her audience, Ben lied to my audience. Not even angry with her for not doing it. I am frustrated that she didn't. So the AI completely assessed the transcript. I told it to find me 3 themes. It found 3, didn't care for the third, and really the second one was like a sub theme of the first. I told it that I'm going to use the theme that it finds, or the best themes that it finds, and I'm going to turn it into a narrative. Now, when it did that, it did give me some ideas on turning it into a story, but I'm like, I don't need you for that. I'm a fiction writer. This is what I do. I'm good at this. Didn't have to go to a 4-year college to get good at writing a story. Didn't have to spend $10,000 to make it. Didn't have to sell my soul. Didn't have to sleep with nobody on the casting couch to make it. I mean, the things that AI have done to really open up this space is remarkable. It just is. I have my issues with what the federal government is doing and how they're lacking in regulating this AI space. Don't get me wrong, I do have my issues with it, but my gosh, I didn't have to sell my soul or sleep with anyone. Didn't have to deal with the Harvey Weinstein. Didn't have to do that. Or any one of these twisted, sadistic people. I don't have to deal with them to make my shows. Anyways, it gave me the theme, and this was the best one. And like I said, the second one was a sub theme. The first one, with friends like these, who needs enemies? That was the first theme. Because if your friend is going to emotionally blackmail you, to force you to say what he wants you to say, who needs enemies? That was the best theme. The second theme was trying to force people you believe have power to keep you from losing power. It's like, okay, this supports the first theme, so it's like a sub theme. I took those themes, took the essence of that transcript where she was going back and forth, where Ben Shapiro lied and he was trying to emotionally blackmail her, and she said, "I'm not the mother of the internet." I literally took that transcript, threw it in AI. It did that, and it did give me some suggestions. I didn't ask it to, but I think because I told it my intent, and this is where its deep thinking reasoning comes in. I guess that could tell you which tool I first used. It was ChatGPT. Changed. Anyways, it did say, "Oh, we're gonna put them on a on the stage where they're having a debate, and it's not just a conversation." It's like, this is no different than what she does on her regular show, or no different than the damn tour. Where's the creativity? Where am I at in this idea? This is not real. Okay. The second one, "Oh, we're gonna put them at a in a news studio, and they're going to be backstage having this argument." I'm like, again, how different is this? I'm sure they had a conversation before he came out on stage. How is this any different? I'm like, I'm scrapping these. I love the themes. This is what I want. I told it, "I need you to give me design prompts for my characters." I told it the cartoon style. I said that these are archetypes of Megyn Kelly and Ben Shapiro. So I need design prompts with this, landscape, 16:9 aspect ratio, that I needed the cartoon style of DC animated universe, think Batman, The Long Halloween, very specific in my prompting. So that way I can generate the characters the way that I want them to look and the style that I want them to look, wearing with the things that I want them wearing, the environment to be the way I need it to be, to generate the style prompt that I need to input into the music generation AI tool that is Suno AI. I do like Suno for generating score. That's another part of the tech stack. Again, I'm going to go into that in a behind the scenes video that I'll make available later, but that's neither here nor there. Again, that's what I chose to do. And I'm like, they're going to be in a gala. There's going to be a gala instead of it being some newsroom or some stage where they're having a conversation or a debate. It's not different. It's the same, just with different named characters that look like Ben Shapiro, Megyn Kelly. Come on. So I said to myself, okay, I'm going to put them in a gala. Okay, what's the gala for? And I'm coming up with this on the fly, right? Like I was literally watching this clip, need to do something with it. I knew I could do something. I just had to figure out, well, what kind of idea, what kind of a fiction could I create? Where Megyn is saying the things that I want her to say, or she's being confronted by Ben Shapiro's character, but supported on hand by people who are like me, who think the way that I think, who are Christian American, America first populists, who think that she's handling everything with grace. And though I disagree with her not saying stronger, he flat out lied. She's handling it with grace because she values friendship. She values it so much. It's why she didn't do the way what she did. It's why she didn't say he straight up lied. It's why she didn't say it that way. Because you and I both know if it were Jake Tapper, she would have. Full stop. She would have. Anyway, so I'm like, this gala is going to be for the rise, the success of new media. It's going to be called the New Media Gala. This is them celebrating another year beating the crap out of old school media. Their numbers are dwindling. Legacy media is totally failing. Stock is going down. They're constantly getting sued, constantly losing money. And new media is just on the up and up. And then she will be at this gala, and there'll be all these types of archetypes: your Zionists, your elitists like Ben Shapiro, because he's an elitist. I don't care what anybody says. Latest comments he's been making, just he comes off as an elitist who doesn't respect Americans, period, full stop. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to put all these characters in this environment. And honestly, it feels like watching a soap opera, like One Life to Live, like old school soaps, not the new soaps today. Beyond the Gates kind of sort of almost got it, but honestly, this is how I would be doing it. It feels like a soap opera in cartoon style. They're all at this gala. You know how in soap operas one event lasts 1,000 years? Well, that's pretty much what's happening. This gala's gonna last a couple of weeks because I'm going to really try and release like one episode a week. If I can do more, I'll do more. But I'm liking the slow pace. But you guys, I'm telling you all of this because this is how I literally took a real conversation between Megyn Kelly and Ben Shapiro and just turned that conversation into a cartoon miniseries. Like AI has given me the ability of an entire studio. And if I had more time, I would be writing longer scripts, right? I mean, it takes me 2.5 hours for the entire pre-production and production side of this. I have literally worked out the entire system, all of that, and I'm really proud of myself for having worked it out. And I'll show you guys examples of all the different things that I did to learn how to do this. If you're interested, let me know in the comment section of this at Substack. I got to learn it. Like I said, I just came back. They have made some changes. But I will be making this episode available as audio as well. It will be linked under the America First AI podcast that you can find on YouTube Music. This video will be shared to my YouTube channel, America First AI. But I'm saying this to say that I'm doing this on Substack specifically because they respect creatives, creators, fiction writers, people who are like me and just sick and tired of political commentary because it's everywhere and it's oversaturated and I'm over it. I'm done. It's time to start doing entertainment. It wasn't just news that broke America. It was magazines, it was television, it was movies, it was music, it was academia. There are all these pillars that can really shape the minds of a nation. And the left completely hijacked it. We don't need any more political commentators. Don't get me wrong. I will mention my politics because I'd like sharing my opinion. I enjoy it. But if I have to choose between spending 5 hours or 8 hours on a Saturday creating more narratives, more fiction, narrative cartoon shows, and recording another hour long podcast, but record 3 of them and do editing and spend 8 hours doing that, bet I'm doing the fiction stories. I'm doing the cartoons. Because the only reason why I got into podcasting, the second but most important reason was to earn, to create. And now I don't even have to do that. I mean, I still have to earn. I mean, I have a job, right? I work 40 hours a week. I have a job. But I only have to spend maybe $40, $60 a month to be able to produce what I'm producing. And that's across 2, maybe 3 tools. 2 to 3. I'm spending somewhere between $40 to $60 across the board to create 90-second to 2-minute long videos. I do my twin sister, she actually said to me, when you're finished, you should cut all of it together and then run it as a short film. And I just might do that. But that I may put behind a paywall because if all the episodes look that good and I don't have to do much editing except just smack these things together, bet that's exactly what I'm going to do. But that's my time, folks. I wanted to let you all know why I'm back on Substack, what you can expect from the America First AI Network here on Substack. And honestly, I'm going to spend most of my time here because I'm sick of the hustle culture on YouTube. I don't like what the new algorithm is doing. It's more interest media. And really, that just means to me, in my opinion, that just means whatever a person is interested in the moment is what their feed is going to be filled up with. They're not going to be notified in their feed when someone they've subscribed to has posted something new. Because if they valued me or if they valued the brand, anything that I post, as long as it's America First, has the same look, same vibe, they would want to watch it. Substack, that's the feel. They don't just subscribe because they're interested in the type of content. You've built a rapport with an audience. They like you. They like your brand. They like your style. They like what you have to say. They like how you say it. And in my case, I'm hoping that you guys like my style, that you like me, that you like my brand, that you like what I have to say and how I say it, whether it's in my doing these long form podcast videos for the America First AI podcast, which again will be made available as audio on the YouTube Music. Just look for America First AI podcast. You can, if you have a YouTube channel, head over to there as well. But here on Substack, I will post these long form videos. It'll be made available as audio as well, but also posting my cartoons because I'm in this to create that. And I just want to make one thing clear. I have to make this clear because I have to say it now, and I got to say it like Gene Roddenberry said it. I don't make these cartoons for you. I don't. I hope you like it, right? I'm not saying that to be disrespectful, to be rude or anything like that. I'm so sick and tired of the copy and paste stuff on YouTube. Everybody's doing the same thing. There's no individuality, there's no creativity. No one's taken any initiative to turn something into a story, to use a Bible story to influence a different story. I mean, no one's doing any of that. And I just want to see my stories. I want to see my values in something. They're ruining Star Trek. They're ruining dramas. Family dramas don't happen anymore. Political dramas are always left leaning and they make the right people on the right look bad. No one wants to talk about the conflict that we're seeing with young people and older voters on both sides of the aisle. And I have to see it. If I'm not seeing it in real life, I want to put it in a narrative and I don't just want to read it, I want to watch it. And so again, I don't make it for you. I make it for myself because I'm entertained after my product has been cut together and scored and all the rest of that. The final product is just really great to watch. And it's all available for free. I'm not even putting the Disavow Gala behind a paywall. Like I said, it is just really good. And yes, that's my bias, but I'm really proud of it. And I think you guys are going to like it. But again, I don't make it for you. I make it for me. But if you share my values, if you're like minded like me, conservative, Christian, America first, you're going to like it. And if you're disappointed or frustrated that Megan didn't really go ham on Ben, knowing that he lied, then this is the show for you. But that is my time. It is Friday. I'm ready to enjoy my night. I literally came home. This is the third time I've recorded this 30-minute video because the audio was not working. And I'm going to tell you right now, if it doesn't sound good, I'm just going to leave it. And when I figure out Substack, I'm hoping, I am hoping that the next one will sound a lot better. But I do got to say this to you people at Substack, you need to make it easier to switch between microphones in the video recording feature. I can do it in the audio, not in the video, and I'm not the person who wants to keep hopping into my broadcast software if I don't have to. Again, most of my time is spent in producing my cartoons. I'm not trying to be all over the place trying to record these video podcasts anymore. I do like showing up on video and not just doing audio, and that is the purpose of me being here on camera with the America First AI podcast. The audio is available on other platforms like YouTube Music. May think about doing it on Spotify as well, but you guys catch my drift. But that's my time. I'm going to go have myself a beer, enjoy my Friday night. You guys do the same. Be safe if you're out and about. Enjoy your weekend. See you all at another time. God bless you.